What's up, guys? I'm Chris. Welcome to VHP Engines. So, normally I like to do a little read over of the product or whatnot when I do actually talk about things or talk about something that I already have used before, and I'm just dropping a line for stuff that I've gone over. I'm breaking my own personal rules on that a little bit, mainly because of who the product is from or who's producing it. It's Speedfactory Racing. So there's nobody in the import industry or that's an import fan that doesn't know about Speedfactory. They got a bunch of fast cars out there, yada yada, etc., etc. So what brings me to talk about Speedfactory tonight is the fact that they have released, I think sometime very recently, within the last month or so, maybe within a couple months, the no notch required H-beams for single cams. Now, if you go back and look at my older stuff, which I'll leave, I guess, a plug somewhere for my old D-series content, you'll know that I've talked about, block notching a whole bunch of times, and it's not really that big a deal. I know a lot of people stress it, but it's not too bad. A lot of questions I've got all the time was, what can I buy that you don't need to do that? There used to be a rod that was sold on eBay. It was called FJ rod. I don't know who the hell made them, but I just know that they were marketed and sold, and there were I-beams that you didn't have to cut for. I don't know if they didn't sell very well or whatnot, or people, I don't know. I don't know what the reason for was, but sometime within the last year or so, they just disappeared. I can't find them anywhere. I've searched multiple times because people have asked me, and I've decided to try and find a link to share with them, but couldn't find it. So I was just like, sorry guys, you guys are stuck. You got to notch the block or send it to somebody to notch the block. And it is a very, it's, if you have the right tools and you got an idea of what you're already doing, it's not too extensive on the work, but it is, it's very precise work. So you got to make the adjustment, go in there, check the measurements, and do it again and again and again until it's all done. And it can be taxing and tiresome. So, Speedfactory took it amongst themselves to get that problem knocked out of the way. And the thing that surprises me the most is the price. Because I remember the custom length rods I used to see before were kind of on the pricey side, but I know that people a lot of times will pay the extra money to not deal with the hassle. And even me, sometimes I'm like that. I'll pay the money if I don't have to worry about dealing with the extra bullshit. My cheapness or my laziness, as I've said before, my laziness is the only thing that exceeds my cheapness. Sometimes I will pay the extra dollar to be lazy. But in this case, now I know it looks like there's a slash through the price here. They're listed at $369.99, so $370. I think that's not bad. That's not a bad price. If I was looking to buy brand new rods from a reliable source, a reliable company, and save some time, $370 I would have no problem paying. Right now it looks like, I don't know how long, but they're on sale for $276. But right now it says availability is out of price. I'm sorry, not out of price. Jesus Christ, out of stock. So this is something that's probably a big waiting list for, and it doesn't surprise me, not one little bit, not one bit at all. So, okay, so let's read the overview here. Let's read this together. Proudly introducing the new Speedfactory Racing D16 Vitara spec no notch long connecting rods. That's a mouthful. Vitara piston turbo D16 builds are one of the most popular 300 to 500 horsepower street Honda setups out there. Fact. Very cost effective fun. Fact. Fun and relatively simple to build. So, let's see here. One thing that's always been frustrating with these builds is having to use standard length off-the-shelf rods that are low compression, unnecessarily large and heavy, and require the usual block and girdle notching to use. Custom longer rods were then introduced that fixed the deck height low compression issue because, I have mentioned before, they're extremely low compression. But you still had to deal with the tedious and time-consuming task of block and girdle notching. Time to kiss those days goodbye. Introducing the ultimate rod for these setups. Lightweight, strong, and clears both the sleeves and girdle for unrivaled ease of use. Optimized specifically for Vitara D16 builds, they offer high strength and quality at an affordable price. I agree. affordable. This is not something I can argue at this point. The custom and rod length then brings the Vitara pistons up to the proper deck height, which gives higher compression. That's good. I like this. I like this a lot. Increased efficiency and better spool time while being substantially lighter than other similar rods on the market. That is great. Now, if you guys watch like my original video that talks about the Vitara build that I did, 7-something compression, and it was, the guy that was tuning it, was saying great spool and response time from that low compression. I know that I've argued people saying that I don't want to use Vitaras because the compression is too low. And I've argued for them a whole bunch of times. The Vitara pistons are a great option. And now, not only do we have a rod that clears the girdle and the cylinder walls, it raises compression. It doesn't give a specific compression number. I don't think. Let's keep reading. The two-piece forged 4340 chromoly construction provides outstanding strength and quality. Each rod is heat-treated, magnafluxed, CNC machined, and shot peened to stress relieve the metal. That's cool. They shot peen it too. That's cool. They feature bronze alloy pin bushings for the floating wrist pins and come standard with 220,000 psi rated 3/8 ARP 2000 rod bolts. Instructions and ARP lubes are included. Okay, so the features: forged SAE 4340 chromoly steel, 100% CNC machine, precision rod cap alignment dowels, bronze alloy pin bushings, magnaflux, multi-stage heat treated, shot peen to relieve stress, each set balanced to +1 or -1 gram, laser etched SFR logo, cool. Profile to clear most factory girdles and 0 block notching is needed. Profile to clear most factory girdles. There's a little hitch there than most factory girdles. I don't care. That's still, I'll still give them a buy because the girdle's easier to deal with than the block itself. 500 horsepower rated. That's cool. At 500 horsepower rated, that's like the safe warranty cushion, so that means it can go higher because we like to push the boundaries here. Specifications: Honda engine, Acura, D16, all, and ZC. 473 grams. And it has the specifications on the lengths and all that stuff. Okay, so they do have the compression here. Vitara D16 build compression ratios are as follows: D16 block with Y8 head, 7/8-1 standard rod, 8/8-1 with our long rod. No homo. 8/8-1, that's a big jump. That's a big jump. So D16 block with a Z6, Y7, D15B head, 8/5-1, still really impressive. That's okay, so D16 block with D15B7, A6 head, 8/1-1. To order your Vitara piston with Speedfactory long rods, click here. Let's click here and see what we find. How much are YCP Vitaras? I mean, I know how much the damn YCPs are for. $124.99. Seems like it's a little bit tiny little bit taxing there, but not much. $25. Hey, give them their due. Everybody's got a tax. That's how we make our money, people. Don't be judging. Okay, so that's cool. I guess now that I'm doing videos along this line, I guess maybe I will talk about those Vitara pistons sometime in the near future. But just like I was saying on the other video, I don't want to fatigue you guys with talking too much about the same shit at one time, so we'll leave that on the side for another day. So that is really cool. 500 horsepower rated from Speedfactory. Great price from a great company. So I think that this is definitely will be the rod of choice going forward. Like if I ever get a chance to get another Vitara build, God, I want to so bad. I want to do another one. But I guess that kind of sucks because if I do one with these rods, then I won't be able to do the instruction on the block notching. So, oh well. Maybe one day I'll build another block that I got to notch, so that way I can show in-depth guide for the notching for you guys, and then maybe one day I'll get my hands on these and I can build a single cam for myself. I very much would like to have a Vitara setup in an EK sedan that is fully functional, power steering and AC and all that good stuff, and that's a dream car of mine, a goal car. Eventually I'll get there. Anyway, yeah. So stop rambling at this point. Great fucking price. Great stuff coming from Speedfactory here. I've actually, I've read a lot about these guys because I'm a big into the import magazines. But I've never actually gone on their websites and priced out stuff before. I don't know how much their other products are, but I'm assuming it's not cheap because this is big name here, and I know that I think they do all their shit in house. I may not be right on that, but yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description, and just gonna get 2 thumbs up for me. I don't even have to use these to know these are gonna be great. And I've used way cheaper stuff before and had great success, so I have no doubt in my mind that these will perform extremely well. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and peace.